Big up everyone. So I'm making this video. So these are my this is just my opinion, my top 10 favorite leagues to watch in my opinion. And remember guys, this is just my opinion. So all right, let's get into it. Number 10, Liga do Portugal, or the Portuguese league. The reason why it's number 10, I will say the league is kind of great in some competition itself. You get, your Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, Porto, good for like kind of developing players, especially with big names and all that. Especially Victor Gyokeres, who's cooking, and he will be going to bigger league, as you'll probably see in this video anyways, as expected. I like the intensity of course, the fans and all that. Benfica, Porto, and Sporting Lisbon, but unfortunately, the Portuguese league, they kind of had to suffer like some like financial issues, but it's not just that. Uh, Due to the performance in the Club World Cup with both Benfica and Porto, I was kind of disappointed because it proves that there isn't that much intensity, and I'm just disappointed. I hope the league gets better and they'll find a way to like hopefully make it better. But yeah, number 9, MLS, Major League Soccer. Obviously, my home country, the United States. Obviously, yup, that's where Messi plays now. MLS. The reason why it's number 9, what I do like is just it is kind of growing. Yeah, it's a mix of Messi and all that, but and especially the fan base. The most successful club is LA Galaxy, who are the current champions. And what else I do like? I do like about the rivalries that is starting to grow. Like, as an example, like the El Traficos between LAFC, LA Galaxy, the Hell is Real, Ohio, Cincinnati, the Columbus Crew, and New York City versus the Red Bulls from New Jersey, or the Hudson River Derby, and all of that. And I expect to be better, but there's just many issues. MLS, I just think that it needs to improve a lot, especially in salary cap wise and all that. And the problem is a lot of keepers do play out of the back, risky. That leads to a lot of goals, and I expect hopefully to get better, and it could be higher on this list. But yeah, that's how I rate MLS. Not as much, but I just wanted to get better, extra better. Number 8, the Belgian league. What I do like about the Belgian league, I do like I know Belgium is a small country, but obviously the communities around it, I do like watching it, and of course I could watch at least 3 games a week. Thanks to ESPN getting these rights. Especially some their own like rival derby communities, like the big clubs like Club Bruges, Antwerp, Club Anderlecht, and all that. Saint Joanne and all that. It's just very interesting. Especially including the fan bases. I kind of do enjoy it. It's just I think underrated league, I would say. Yeah, same thing like you could say nearby like Eddie DeVises. And then you know what? At this point there's some entertainment. I'll take that. Open the day. Number 7, the Bundesliga, as expected. We all know. Yeah, Bayern Munich normally dominates that league. Obviously, Dortmund. We all know is just human traffickers are not like processed as as real, but threat to win teams. But the Bundesliga was kind of better a little bit back then. Obviously, I could have done somebody else, but since the limited rights of these TVs, of course you can't just. But yeah, sorry about that. I kind of got misdirected. Obviously the only games that kind of mattered is Bayern versus Dortmund or vice versa. But the only good thing is there's hopefully some hope because Bayern Leverkusen, they did a historic last year, even though Bayern won the league. So I just hope that, but I just hope some team could pull like a Bayern Leverkusen in the future as well, just to make it more relevancy because Because it is. And Bayern Leverkusen have given Bayern Munich a good fight in these 2 seasons. Not as much, but still a good fight at least, as expected. But yeah. Number 6, La Liga. The Spanish La Liga, obviously. Obviously, La Liga is, no offense, but La Liga is mostly carried just mostly because of Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's what's carrying La Liga. And fair enough. That's why they're even 6 on this list. Because without it, they probably would barely crack the top 10. Because it always has to be the same old winners over Barcelona, Real Madrid. No disrespect to the fans. Big up to you guys, or if you're a Barca, Real Madrid. Yes, don't get me wrong, I like El Clasico. And it's always been fun. Especially like humiliation, close games, last minute winners. Fair enough. El Clasico is the biggest event that people enjoy all over the world, not just in Spain, which is something good, and that's what's carrying La Liga. I would even say the Madrid derby is also kind of fun, which it is the second biggest game in Spain, which is probably I like more of a preference the Madrid derby than El Clasico between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, especially the hype in the city between these two teams. Especially even like some derbies, don't get me wrong, the Seville derby, but even though it's not getting well attention enough, even though kind of yes recently, the Basque derby, I don't even know if I do rate it. The Valencia derby is coming back, but unfortunately outside of these games, it's just not really fun. You'll see a team that's not taken seriously, like. Yeah, some historic teams tried to do it, but they just couldn't beat the Barcelona Real Madrid levels because it's impossible. But yeah, that's what on La Liga. I just wish it was more competitive, a little bit more. Especially the race to Europe, it kind of seems naive. There wasn't really like there's always like a game that has to end 0-0 or 1-1. Nobody's going for the win. And yeah, that's what I gotta say about La Liga. I just wish it improved. Number 5, the Premier League. Obviously, yup, the English Premier League. Filled with world-class names, big names. Arguably the biggest and best league in the world. Physicality and all that. Yes, it is the most rated league of all time, you could say. But I do like the Premier League. Obviously, like I said, world-class players, the rivalries, like the Manchester Derby, the North London Derby, the London Derby Classico between Chelsea and Arsenal, Liverpool, the Manchester. Yeah, you get that. So that's why, and they, as like investment, as business, so the Premier League is huge. So I just think last season, kind of the hype, the quality kind of dropped off. To be fair, and then it's not good. Obviously, this is the best league, but it's not my favorite league to watch. Definitely my top 5, definitely. But it's just the most well-rated, so it's not even by far my most favorite league in Europe. But next, alright, we're going to go to my favorite league in Europe. Number 4, Serie A, Italy. The reason why I like the Italian Serie A, because, it's because of like, how do I put this? The games to watch, including both the Italian culture and the passion and it is a much slower league, and how chill and calm you can move the ball and all that. I just like Serie A a lot, especially there's always a new winner, and recently it's been either had to be Inter versus Napoli. It looks like it's building up in these last few years, especially Napoli winning the Scudetto. But even though unfortunately I could have put it a little bit higher and I could have put the Premier League ahead, I just like Serie A, even though I wanted to improve because of the poor record in Europe they have, except by Atalanta winning that Europa League against Bayern Leverkusen last year. I just hope to get. I hope they do improve the record in Europe. But it's a great league, honestly. Like, you know what? I enjoy it slightly more than the Prem. Especially Italy, the Derby d'Italia versus Inter versus Juventus. You eat it just like Barcelona, Real Madrid. And then you got AC Milan versus Inter in that Milan derby. Classic. There's many that are. Oh, there's also Juventus, AC Milan, obviously. And the Rome derby and the Capital and all that. But there's so much matches, and then they should respect that. So this is why I put Italy in third place. And if you hear in the background, sorry, I'm near my what's it called washing machine because my parents are. I'm not trying to disturb my parents who are up in my room for freaking sakes. But all right, number 3, the Colombian League. The reason why the Colombian League, because of I kind of started to enjoy it more and more, especially some interesting games. I know that they're same thing. And the reason why I like the Colombian League, they do show it on the Colombian channel I have right now. Especially they put some win sports, and basically like some games, like it could be some rivalries, it could be some games, some teams, especially the big ones, Atletico Nacional, Millonario, Santa Fe, the recent champions, and all of that. And it is very entertaining to watch the new season. I started watching it last year, and I kind of enjoy it. So yeah. So yes, Liga de Colombia, even the cup games. Liga de Colombia, I'll put that in third. Number 2, Liga MX. The reason why Liga MX is in second, because yes, my background, I'm Mexican, American. Even though even if I wasn't, I probably would rate this league probably in the top. But yes, especially Yes, this league is very competitive, I would say. And I know that we're going to get into Club America in a bit, but yes, Liga MX, there's at least some competitivism. Even though I know that there's some downsides, especially not putting back relegation and promotion and all that, and I hope they do. And especially some corruption going on as well, which unfortunately. But here's the thing, at least the league is competitive, especially the passions, the fans that show up for every club. I know that they haven't been doing best at filling up stadiums in these last few years, but I just think that's still competitive, especially the biggest rivalry, Chivas America. Even though Chivas hasn't been living up to expectations like they did recently, just like Manchester United, kind of unfortunate situation. And yes, especially Cruz Azul and America has been trending up as the new rivalry, as the new El Clasico of Mexico, the Mexico City derby, since Chivas and Pumas couldn't give America their own. Cruz Azul, especially Toluca as well, who are the current champions of Mexico, who just beat them in the final back in May 2-0 on aggregate. That ended 0-0, 2-0 at home. And Toluca will play America again this weekend, by the way, in the Supercopa or Super Cup, which is the Liga de Campeones, the winner of the Clausura and Apertura. And before Toluca won, America won 3 in a row, and they've almost won 4 in a row. They were trying to go for 4 in a row. So they still had a good season. It's just a disappointing ending for Club America a little bit. But but as expected. It's impossible to win the Tata Campeonato and all that, but still a good season as expected, at least. They still lived up to their expectations, at least. But yeah, but not just that, I also like the Monterrey derby between Rayados and Tigres, and yeah. And some games. There's including Chivas also have to deal with Atlas and the Guadalajara derby. But yeah, I will try and make a separate video about these leagues, hopefully. But yeah, let's go to number one. After 15 minutes. Number one, this is the league that I love at heart. And I try and intend to watch every single game, even if I'm kind of busy with something. Because no matter what, number one, the Brasileirão. The best league on this new continent of the Americas, the Brazilian League deserves a massive shout out. And you know what? It's just been the best league. The Brazilian League has been competitive. This league is unpredictable, and it's just so much fun to watch at this point. Especially Jogo Bonita. That's where it all originated. All the talent they produce. I love it. And this is why I feel Brazilian at heart, even though I don't have a Brazilian background. But I feel like it, I am. And I'm proud to be it. And this is why I love the Brazilian League. It's just so much competitiveness. And they do offer good wages to teams. And there's so much fun. Especially the rivalries like Palmeiras, Corinthians, Flamengo, Fluminense this weekend. Flamengo, Vasco. Some teams could have more than one rival as enemies. Atlético Mineiro, Cruzeiro, Internacional, Grêmio in Porto Alegre. And yes, I will try and make a separate video, as I promised. I will very soon. But this league just has everything, almost. And I just love it. I just love watching these games, especially when it comes to rivalry and Clásicos. I get hyped up for these games because they're really good, and they can be unpredictable. But yeah, most of these games, they've just been very good, especially the rise of Cruzeiro this season. So yeah, that's why I chose the Brazilian League as number one. I've missed it so much, especially the good record of Brazilian clubs doing the Club World Cup. All of them getting out of the group stage. One of them make it to the semifinals of the Club World Cup for the men's against Chelsea, who just won the Club World Cup. But yeah, the Brazilian League deserves a massive shout out. And yeah, I will do a video where you guys could watch them if you're in the US or outside. I'll do everything as I could. I promise. Yeah, this has been a long video. Thank you to everyone that watched it. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to my Brazilian channel. Big up, shout out to boy Johnny, if you could see in the channel link. So big up to everyone. So yeah.